So femoral artery is continuation of external iliac artery. It passes behind inguinal ligament at mid-inguinal point. What is mid-inguinal point? It's a midpoint between mid-inguinal point. Yes, very good. If you draw a line from anterior superior iliac spine till the pubic symphysis, so midpoint of this line is mid-inguinal point, and midpoint of inguinal ligament is the point between anterior superior iliac spine and pubic tubercle. अभी से ही शॉर्ट फॉर्म की आदत मत डालो, अभी आप पूरा नाम बोलो, ठीक है. एंटीरियर सुपीरियर इलाइक स्पाइन एंड प्यूबिक ट्यूबरकल के बीच का जो पॉइंट होगा दैट विल बी मिड पॉइंट ऑफ इंग्वाइनल लिगामेंट, बिकॉज इंग्वाइनल लिगामेंट इज अटैच्ड हियर, एंड मिड इंग्वाइनल पॉइंट इज द पॉइंट बिटवीन एंटीरियर सुपीरियर इलाइक स्पाइन एंड प्यूबिक symphysis. So femoral artery passes below the inguinal ligament at mid-inguinal point, passes downwards and enters into the femoral triangle. It's present superficially in the femoral triangle, medial to the lateral to the femoral vein and medial to the femoral nerve. Yes. So in the upper part of the triangle, this artery is lateral to the femoral vein. In the apex of the femoral triangle, the artery present, so the vein is present posterior-medial to the arteries. It goes posterior-medial, and then when the artery enters into the adductor canal, after passing through the apex of femoral triangle, this artery will enter into the adductor canal, passes deep to the sartorius muscle, which is the covering of the roof, which forms the roof of adductor canal. This adductor canal will be taken tomorrow in the medial compartment. So sartorius के deep run करेगी femoral artery, and then it will turn around, enters into the back region, back of thigh through adductor hiatus and continues here as popliteal artery. So it starts at the mid-inguinal point and ends at the adductor hiatus, and then obviously popliteal artery is a continuation of femoral artery only. So the chief artery of the lower limb is femoral artery, because all the branches of the lower limb arteries will directly or indirectly are branches of femoral artery. So femoral artery is continuation of external iliac artery, passes at mid-inguinal point behind the inguinal ligament. Then its upper half, it lies superficial in the femoral triangle, lateral to the femoral vein. In the apex, this femoral vein is posterior-medial to the artery, and in the Hunter's canal or the adductor canal, the vein in the upper part, it is posterior-lateral, and then it is lateral to the artery. So basically, this vein is crossing the artery from the medial part to the lateral part. In the triangle is in the medial side, and in the adductor canal it is on the lateral side of the femoral artery. It ends at the adductor hiatus, continuing as popliteal artery at the back of thigh. So this is the course of the femoral artery. What about the branches? It has superficial branches, deep branches. Superficial branches are three, which are also the content of superficial fascia covering the roof of femoral triangle. What are these branches? There is superficial circumflex iliac artery, superficial epigastric artery, superficial external pudendal artery. जहाँ पर भी pudendal word होगा, that means it supplies perineum. Yes. So superficial circumflex iliac artery, it supplies the skin around the anterior superior iliac spine. Superficial epigastric artery, it goes upwards and supplies the lower abdomen region below the umbilicus, and superficial external pudendal artery, it supplies perineum region, external genitalia in male and females. Then deep branches are deep external pudendal artery and profunda femoris. Largest branch of the femoral artery is profunda femoris. In upper limb, what was the branch of brachial artery that you had studied? Main branch, profunda brachia. Here it is profunda femoris, and this is the main artery of the thigh, profunda femoris. The muscular compartments
are supplied mainly by the branches of the profunda femoris artery, the largest branch of femoral artery. Deep external pudendal artery, as the name suggests, it goes medially deep to the spermatic cord or the round ligament of uterus in the female, and it supplies. क्या बात है, क्या प्रॉब्लम, क्या आप लोगों की आदत खराब है क्या? लेक्चर चल रहा है, अपने में खोए हुए हो, सब लोग बातें करो, ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. So deep external pudendal artery, it supplies labium majus in female and scrotum in male. Profunda femoris we will discuss here in detail. Along with this, the lower continuation of femoral artery is descending genicular artery, which is given in the adductor canal. So these are the branches of femoral artery. These are the superficial ones: superficial circumflex iliac artery, then superficial epigastric going towards the abdo region, and superficial external pudendal going towards the external genitalia. Now the relation of the femoral vein I have already discussed with you. So how this crosses femoral artery. First, in the triangle, it is present, the upper part, it is present medial to the artery, then it is present posterior-medial to the artery, then in the Hunter's canal, it lies first posterior-lateral, and in the lower part, it lies lateral to the femoral artery. Yes, so it crosses the artery from the medial to the lateral side. Upper part में ये medial रहेगा, lower part में it comes lateral, on the lateral side of the femoral artery. Now there is a cutaneous branch of femoral nerve, which is saphenous nerve. This saphenous nerve is present anterior to the femoral artery. These are the two important relations of a femoral artery, femoral vein and saphenous nerve, which is the largest cutaneous branch of femoral nerve. Profunda femoris, I told you this is the largest branch of femoral artery. Now this profunda femoris is given 4 cm below the inguinal ligament laterally from the femoral artery. The branches of profunda femoris are as follows. There is lateral circumflex artery, medial circumflex artery, and perforating arteries. These are the branches of profunda femoris. Shall I go in detail? No? Shall I end the class? And then there will be a big zero. Profunda femoris artery. Now what is the relation of profunda femoris? You just listen and don't talk. Profunda femoris is given 3 to 4 cm below the inguinal ligament laterally from the femoral artery. Now it runs behind the femoral vessels deep to the adductor longus muscle. It gives two main branches, lateral circumflex artery and medial circumflex femoral artery. This lateral circumflex artery, it runs laterally between the divisions of femoral nerve. This is the important relation of this lateral circumflex artery. It runs between the divisions of the femoral nerve, anterior and posterior divisions of the femoral nerve. Yes, then it gives transverse branch, ascending and descending branches which participate in the anastomosis around the trochanters and in the cruciate anastomosis. Then we have medial circumflex artery. It passes medially. First, it passes between psoas major and pectineus muscle, and it gives one acetabular branch to the head of femur and the acetabulum, ascending branch that participate in the trochanteric anastomosis, and transverse branch that participate in the cruciate anastomosis. So basically branches of lateral circumflex and medial circumflex. Medial circumflex femoral artery will lie medial to the femur, lateral circumflex laterally. They both participate in the anastomosis around the greater trochanter and the gluteal region, which is cruciate anastomosis. Trochanteric anastomosis is the anastomosis around the greater trochanter. Cruciate anastomosis is anastomosis below the lesser trochanters. Yes, so branches of these two arteries participated, and also head of femur is basically supplied by the medial circumflex artery that you should remember. Okay? So largest branch of the femoral artery is profunda femoris. Two main branches is lateral circumflex and medial circumflex femoral artery. Head of the femur is supplied by the medial circumflex, and they participate, branches of these artery participate around the anastomosis in the cruciate and trochanteric anastomosis. What are the branches you should know? One has ascending, transverse and descending. These are the branches of lateral circumflex. Medial circumflex has acetabulum, ascending and descending branches. Ascending, transverse and acetabular branches of medial circumflex. Ascending, descending and transverse branch of lateral circumflex. Along with these, there are 3 perforating arteries, and profunda femoris itself continue as 4th perforating artery of the thigh region. I will not explain in detail this perforating, it will be taken in the vessels class, but these 3 perforating arteries along with the continuation of profunda femoris, they form 4 perforating arteries which are present at the back of thigh. Now these are important collateral circulation. In case femoral artery is blocked, they provide the alternate pathway to the blood flow. Yes, because they have formed the channels. First they anastomose with each other, and they also anastomose around the branches of the femoral artery and the gluteal arteries. So they provide alternate pathway for the blood circulation, a collateral pathway. Yes, so how many perforating branches are there from the profunda femoris? 3. And the 4th is the continuation of itself, the profunda femoris. Yes? Am I clear to all of you? Then we have femoral vein. The course we have already discussed. Now we have to move ulta. जैसे हमने femoral artery को हम कहाँ से लेके आए थे? Medial-inguinal ligament से adductor hiatus. Obviously direction of the blood flow is opposite in the vein, so we have to go from the lower part to the upper part. So this is formed by the continuation of popliteal vein at adductor hiatus. Yes, at the adductor hiatus femoral artery continues as popliteal artery, and adductor hiatus this popliteal vein continues upwards as femoral vein. So the direction is same here. It will enter into the, from the adductor hiatus, femoral vein will enter into the adductor canal, from the adductor canal to the apex of femoral triangle, then in the femoral triangle, and then it will pass medial to the mid-inguinal point and will enter into the abdo and continue as external iliac vein. Okay, so we have to move from the adductor hiatus, popliteal vein, continues as femoral vein in adductor canal, then, and the relation I have already discussed. First it is lateral to the vein, lower part, then it is posterior to the vein, and in the upper part it is posterior to the artery, and in the upper part it is medial to the femoral artery. Tributaries, the main tributary of this is great saphenous vein. The largest cutaneous vein in the lower limb is great saphenous vein. This great saphenous vein drains into the femoral vein through saphenous opening. It pierces cribriform fascia and enters into the femoral vein. Then the branches of the tributaries, branches accompanying these branches of profunda femoris, lateral circumflex and medial circumflex. इनके साथ में जो vein run कर रही है, they will drain into the femoral vein directly, not into the vein of the profunda femoris. Yes. Then any other vein? The 3 superficial that we talked about: superficial circumflex iliac artery, superficial external pudendal, and superficial epigastric. So the vein accompanying these arteries also drain either into great saphenous vein or into the femoral vein. So all the veins finally they drain into the femoral vein, and then femoral vein continues as external iliac vein upwards. Last content is femoral nerve. What is the root value of femoral nerve? How it is formed? The femoral nerve is coming from the lumbar plexus. This is the largest branch of the lumbar plexus. The root value is L2, L3, L4. It is formed by the dorsal division of anterior primary rami of L2, L3 and L4. So which nerve is the ventral division? Obturator nerve. Obturator nerve and femoral nerve, they have same root value L2, L3, L4. ठीक है, femoral nerve is formed by the dorsal division and obturator nerve is formed by the ventral division of anterior primary rami of L2, L3, L4. Largest branch of the lumbar plexus is femoral nerve. Now this femoral nerve is the nerve of front of thigh. All the muscles of the front of thigh, they are supplied by the femoral nerve. So this enters again, like all the vessels, it enters behind the inguinal ligament. Okay. Now how it is formed? It is formed from the L2, L3, L4 within the substance of psoas major. Then it runs downwards. It gives one branch to the iliacus muscle.
It gives one branch to the iliacus muscle, then it runs downwards behind the inguinal ligament, and just 2.5 centimeter below the inguinal ligament, it divides into anterior and posterior division. So what is the important relation in between these two divisions? Lateral circumflex femoral artery, which is branch of profunda femoris. So this is in dissection also. Please notice, if you perform the dissection in the lower limb, then please notice these two divisions present, separated by lateral circumflex femoral artery. So just 2.5 centimeter below the inguinal ligament, femoral nerve is divided into anterior and posterior divisions. Now these anterior and posterior divisions, it gives muscular branches, cutaneous branches, articular branches and vascular branches. Now this kind of diagram you have to draw if there is a question of nerve, like medial nerve was asked in the upper limb. So this is the diagram that you have to draw. This will explain its origin, its course and relations, distribution, branches. Yes. So what is the origin here? How it is forming? It is formed by dorsal divisions of L2, L3 and L4. Okay, what is the relation? It is formed in the substance of psoas major. Then it runs downwards, crosses inguinal ligament. Okay, then it lies in a groove between psoas major and iliacus, and it is the little-most content of femoral triangle, and where it is present between the groove psoas major and iliacus muscle. Okay, then just when it runs downward, just 2.5 centimeter below the inguinal ligament, it divides into anterior and posterior divisions. And the one landmark we have discussed is what is the structure present between these two? Lateral circumflex femoral artery. Now we will discuss the two divisions. Anterior division, it has two cutaneous branches, medial cutaneous nerve of thigh and intermediate cutaneous nerve of thigh. These give cutaneous supply to the anterior and the medial part of the thigh. And one muscular branch here is branch given to the sartorius muscle. Are you aware of the muscles of anterior compartment? Yes, sartorius and quadriceps and articular genu. So out of these muscles, sartorius is supplied by anterior division of femoral nerve. Yes, so what are the branches of anterior division of femoral nerve? If we talk about cutaneous branches, medial and intermediate cutaneous and sartorius. Okay, then the posterior division, it gives branches to the rectus femoris and three vasti, vastus, medialis, intermedius and lateralis. These are the branches to these muscles, and this articular genu is supplied from the branch given to the vastus intermedius. These are the muscular branch. One of the important, the longest cutaneous hair which will give cutaneous supply to the medial part of the leg and to the medial side of the foot till the great toe is saphenous nerve. The saphenous nerve is the branch of posterior division of femoral nerve. So posterior division gives branches to the rectus femoris and three vasti, and a cutaneous branch which is important branch, saphenous nerve, which runs along with the femoral artery, anterior to the femoral artery in the adductors canal. Yes, so we have anterior and the posterior division of femoral nerve. Anterior division supplies sartorius and give medial and the lateral cutaneous branch. Posterior division supply rectus femoris and three vasti, and it gives saphenous cutaneous nerve. What about the joints? So hip joint is given articular branch through the nerve to rectus femoris muscle, and knee joint is given an articular branch through vastus medialis. ये MCQ क्वेश्चन भी आता है, ऐसे ही नहीं मैं गा रही हूँ गाना, है ना, और आप सुन रहे हैं, ये इंपॉर्टेंट MCQ क्वेश्चंस हैं जो मैं बोल रही हूँ. कौन सी एक आर्टरी है जो इनको डिवाइड कर रही है ना, और अभी क्या बताया मैंने, नी जॉइंट जो है वो किसके थ्रू सप्लाई होता है, फेमोरल नर्व की कौन सी ब्रांच, तो जो ब्रांच वास्टस मीडियालिस को सप्लाई कर रही है वही ब्रांच जो है वो आर्टिकुलर ब्रांच दे रही है टू दी नी जॉइंट, एंड दिस इज अगेन अकॉर्डिंग टू द हिल्टन्स नो, इफ यू आर अवेयर ऑफ, जनरल में हमने पढ़ा था. ठीक है, एंड हिप जॉइंट को रेक्टस फेमोरिस. सेफेनस नर्व जो नीचे जाती है क्यूटेनियस सप्लाई दे रही है, ये भी एक इंफ्रापर्टिकुलर ब्रांच देती है नी जॉइंट को, सेफेनस नर्व, ठीक है। एंड डूइंग इट्स कोर्स, जब ये फेमोरल ट्रायंगल में आती है, इट आल्सो गिव अ मस्कुलर ब्रांच टू द पेक्टिनियस मसल. So these along with this it gives vascular supply also to the femoral vessels. This is the course and the branches and supply of femoral nerve. Last we have inguinal lymph nodes. We have already discussed inguinal lymph nodes. There are two types, superficial and deep inguinal. Superficial are present in the roof and deep is present in the medial most part of the femoral triangle. Now the superficial are present in the form of chains. These are around 10 in number. We have horizontal group and the vertical group. This horizontal group is divided into upper lateral part and upper medial part, and this vertical group is present lower in the lower part along the great saphenous. Now this upper lateral part will drain the area along the gluteal region and the lateral part of the thigh. This medial part will drain the area around the perineum, and the lower part will drain the area of the lower limb. Superficial inguinal lymph node, they are divided into upper horizontal and the lower vertical group. Horizontal is again divided into upper lateral and upper medial part. Then the last is Rosenmuller or the Cloquet lymph nodes, which are present in the medialmost part, and they drain clitoris part in the females and glans penis in males. These are also known as signal lymph nodes because the swelling of these lymph nodes signify anal cancer or vulvar cancer. Metastasis हो जाता है तो swelling हो जाती है, क्या कहते हैं उसको? Enlargement of lymph node is known as lymphadenopathy. So we have covered today's topic and we have briefly discussed the content of femoral triangle, only briefly. Yes. Now the applied related to this, then we will again revise it. Don't worry. We will have a quick revision. Without revision तो मैं class over ही नहीं करती हूँ, अभी बहुत time है. So quickly discuss the applied related to this. The anterior part of thigh में now अब भी सबको clear हो गया कि femoral vessels हमें किस तरफ मिलेंगे at the apex of the triangle पे. There are major vessels present. So stab injury अगर होती है, there will be a great blood loss because of the large vessels present near the apex of the femoral triangle. So upper medial part, the depressed part, basically it consists of femoral vessels. So injury to this stab wound injury may be स्टैब वूड इंजरी से क्या होगा यहाँ पे, क्योंकि यहाँ क्या है femoral triangle के अंदर, आप भी गैस कर सकते हो, there will be hemorrhage, excessive blood loss. Now where you can palpate femoral pulse, femoral artery कहाँ palpate कर सकते हो, where you can feel femoral pulse? Yes, last benches. femoral pulse feel करने के लिए आप कहाँ compress करेंगे? Yes. Where in the femoral triangle? No, I told you that it passes below the inguinal ligament at some point at mid-inguinal. So just below the mid-inguinal point, you can feel femoral pulse. So mid-inguinal point is the answer. Femoral vein is most commonly used for the intravenous infusions in infants. Now these structures are superficially present in the femoral triangle. Femoral artery superficially just present below the superficial fascia. So एक procedure होता है angiography. Yes. So catheter is injected along with the dye through this femoral artery. Now what will be the course of? Can you guess? कहाँ से catheter pass करेगा femoral artery के through, फिर कहाँ pass ऊपर की तरफ जाएगा? External iliac, then abdominal. Yes, common iliac, then abdominal aorta, then thoracic aorta, then arch of aorta, ascending aorta, and then into the coronary arteries. So it can be used as a it is a preferred route for this procedure, angiography and coronary angioplasty. So femoral pulse can be felt at mid-inguinal point. Are you aware where is mid-inguinal point? Do I have to repeat? It is again an MCQ question.
And this is where you will feel femoral pulse at the mid-inguinal point. Femoral artery, as it is present superficial, so it is preferred route for the coronary angiography and angioplasty. In the coronary artery disease, to open up the space, a stent is passed along with the balloon into the coronary artery through this course, which is visible here in the diagram. From femoral artery to the external iliac to common iliac, abdominal aorta into the coronary arteries. Balloon is inflated, yes, and is removed, and stent is placed in its position. Now the next important thing is femoral hernia. Femoral hernia क्या है? So hernia क्या है? Basically is abnormal protrusion of the viscera through the opening into the wall of the cavity. Important content इसका क्या होता है? hernia के अंदर abdominal viscera तो बोल रहे हैं, basically क्या है abdominal viscera? इसके अंदर hernia में क्या display होता है? Coils of intestine. In the femoral hernia, this coils of intestines protrudes into the femoral canal. So it compresses femoral septum, enters into femoral canal. It moves forward through the great saphenous opening, and then it moves upwards and laterally. जब तक ये नहीं समझोगे तब तक क्लास ओवर नहीं करूंगी मैं. नहीं समझे? मेंटेन साइलेंस. अब तुम छोटे बच्चे तो नहीं हो कि बार बार जोर जोर से चिल्लाना पड़ेगा. So in the simplest language you will understand what we have discussed right now. हमने क्या अभी डिस्कस किया है? femoral hernia का रूट डिस्कस किया है. ठीक है, कि ये कैसे प्रोट्रूड करता है. बेसिकली एक femoral कैनाल हमने एम्प्टी स्पेस डिस्कस किया था, जो कि एक वीक स्पेस होता है जहां पर femoral hernia हो सकता है, चांसेस हो सकते हैं प्रोट्रूजन के. ठीक है, तो प्रोट्रूजन कैसे होगा? सो यू हैव टू कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन दिस डायग्राम. दिस विल प्रोट्रूड थ्रू दिस femoral septum. It will enter into the femoral canal. Now femoral canal के बाद इसके interiorly क्या present है? Saphenous opening, which is also a weaker area. So it will come out through the saphenous opening and it will move upwards and laterally. So this is the direction of femoral hernia. Downwards, then forward, and then upwards and laterally. Now to reduce this hernia, the opposite direction is performed. To reduce the hernia. जब कई बार देखना थाई में बूढ़े लोगों के एकदम से स्वेलिंग आ जाती है, पेनलेस स्वेलिंग होती है. ठीक है, फिर ऑपरेशन कराना पड़ता है, कहते हैं हर्निया हो गया. तो वो हर्निया बेसिकली क्या है? इट इज प्रोट्रूजन ऑफ दिस इंटेस्टाइन, कॉइल्स ऑफ इंटेस्टाइन. नाउ व्हाट इज द डायरेक्शन? डाउनवर्ड, फॉरवर्ड, अपवर्ड एंड लेटरली. तो इसको रिड्यूस करने के लिए क्या डायरेक्शन फॉलो करना पड़ेगा? डाउनवर्ड्स, मीडियली, बैकवर्ड्स एंड upwards. So this is the direction to perform in the reduction of femoral hernia. ठीक है, what will be the covering? जो भी structures को ये pierce कर रहा है, सारे structures जो है वो इसकी covering बनाएंगे. एक तो खुद intestine का covering क्या होगा? peritoneum. उसके बाद में femoral septum, then anterior wall of femoral sheath, then cribriform fascia, and then the superficial fascia and skin. These are the covering. अभी जो भी hernia होता है, it has a constricted part which is known as neck and a larger sac part. ठीक है. Now this constricted part here in the femoral hernia, it is the dangerous point क्योंकि constricted parts में blood vessels वगैरह भी पास होंगी जो herniated organ को supply करती है. Then अगर you can recall the diagram, I will show you again. I told you lacunar ligament एक arch form कर रहा है. Lacular ligament connects inguinal ligament with the pectineal ligament. Shall I show you the diagram? Or you remember? There is a sharp edge provided by the lacunar ligament. The neck of this hernia get constricted. देखो अभी तुम्हारे सीनियर्स का एग्जाम था, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम क्लिनिकल्स आई थी. मत पढ़ो तुम ये जो इंपॉर्टेंट पढ़ के जाओगे. कैसे इंपॉर्टेंट पढ़ना है ये भी नहीं आपको पता है. ठीक है, तो चुपचाप बैठ के सुन लो एक बार. This lacular edge, it actually constricts this neck and constricts the blood supply to the intestine. Okay, so that will cause damage to the intestine cord because there is no blood supply. So this kind of hernia where blood supply is hampered or disrupted is known as strangulated hernia because of impedations of the blood vessel, because of presence of sharp edge of the lacunar ligament. And in this dangerous case, operation has to be performed. So what is strangulated hernia? When the blood supply is impacted. How blood supply is can be impacted in this case? Because of compression of the neck against the lacunar ligament. Yes, and what will be the direction to reduce the hernia? Opposite to the direction, the course of this femoral hernia which takes place. And the last but not the least, हम embalming करते हैं फॉर्मलिन इंजेक्ट करने के लिए डेड बॉडीज के अंदर, टू प्रोटेक्ट द डेड बॉडीज, कैडेवर्स को. तो कई बार क्या होता है, ये कॉमन कैरोटिड आर्टरी लोकेट नहीं हो पा रही है, रप्चर होती है, नहीं अच्छे से परफॉर्म हो पा रहा है. सो द अदर पाथवे दैट इज यूज्ड इज थ्रू femoral vessels. So this femoral artery is also the preferred route for embalming. So this is all about today's class.